Hector, you're up.
Hey, Devin, you were, I think it's the first time it's happened this season. You were the first guy off the bench to check in. When that happens and when Pop calls your name right out of the gate, you're the first guy to go in, does it put you in a certain mindset, maybe, different than other nights?
Um, I wouldn't say a different mindset. At the end of the day, I just got to be ready whenever my number is called. Today was a day where, like you said, it was my first time coming off the bench, the first person coming off the bench, and, just got to stay ready. Being in the gym and working and having great vets and great coaches who believe in you, it makes it easy.
Once you were out there, you seemed to play well and kind of get into a flow. Did getting that much more playing time and maybe being more consistent with the minutes, did that kind of help with the game, you think?
Kind of like I said, it's an adjustment. We didn't have that many preseason games, and we're coming into a season, and it's just an adjustment. But at the end of the day, like I said, with great vets and with great coaches who give you confidence every day and tell you, you're supposed to be here, it really helps.
Thanks, Hector. Let's go to Tom Petrini from Kins 5.
Hey, Devin. You were 3 of 4 from 3 tonight. And as a team, you guys were 20 of 40, 20 ties a franchise mark. What was working for you as you got that shot to fall tonight as, you struggled against the Jazz? And then Patty specifically, what have you picked up from him in terms of shooting that 3?
Just be ready. We have great players who come in and, they're looking for you. You just got to be ready to knock down a shot. When you have people like DeMar, Keldon, DJ attacking the basket, you just got to be ready when they pass it out to you. So, that was the only thing. And watching Patty and practice and watching him like prep for his shots, it helps a lot because he's always ready to catch a shoot, and he's always ready. So just watching him has helped a lot.
And then on the defensive end, you guys got out in transition pretty well tonight, forced some turnovers. What do you think was the key there?
Just pressure the ball, be active. Those were probably 2 of the best things that we did today, making sure we had high hands and, just playing with energy and effort. I feel like some of the games we weren't playing with as much effort that we needed to. And I feel like today, it was a must win, and that's what we did.
Thanks, Tom. Let's go to Tom Orsborn from the Express News.
Devin, you're a defensive-minded player. What was it like seeing Kawhi Leonard up close for the first time?
It was pretty great, honestly, because I watched so many of his clips, and just to kind of see him in person, just to kind of watch some of the tendencies that he has, and trying to just being a pest, on the ball, off the ball. He's a great player offensively and defensively, and he really takes pride on the defensive end, kind of like how I am. So, just watching him a lot, and, I'll continue watching film on players like that to help my game.
Did you get that visit with Terrence?
Definitely. I talked to Terrence. I talked to Fee. It's great being able to catch back up with them and, talk to them. But at the end of the day, it's business once we step across the lines.
Thanks, Tom. Go ahead, Tom. Get one more in.
What did you see defense? Did you get a look at DeMar defending Kawhi on the last shot? Looked like he did everything right.
DeMar defending Kawhi on the last shot.
What about it?
What you saw on it?
Oh, I feel like, that's what we wanted. He had a high hand. He contested the shot and, made it difficult. At the end of the day, we we're going to live with that result. We knew that they couldn't get an open 3 off. So when he had his hand up, I feel like that's what we needed.
Thanks, Tom. We'll wrap things up with Jeff McDonald from the Express News.
Devin, you talk earlier about the concept of just being ready whenever your number is called. What goes into that specifically? Because you had that game a couple weeks ago or a couple games ago where Derek's back. It looks like he's going to be back, and you get a DNP. How do you keep yourself in that frame of mind that you can hop back into the rotation just like that?
Well, first off, it's just a blessing to be here. Second, being able to, kind of be a professional. You got to go in every day knowing, there's great guys ahead of you, and just trying to be ready whenever your number is called. You got to go in and practice. You got to get extra shots. You got to get extra reps. And that's kind of what I've been doing. That's exactly what I've been doing. So, like I said, just being able to be ready when my number is called. And, for today, it was great. And it's going to keep happening during the season, just like that.
And going back to Patty, he's told us he wants to be international Patty, like Team Australia Patty. Do you have an idea of what that means, or are you learning that as we go along too?
Yeah, you see, I'm a rookie, so I'm still trying to figure out what's Patty's talking about with that. But I'll definitely ask him about that.
But if he plays like that, Australia might be a threat for the gold, right?
Yeah, you see that. That's very tough. You know, Patty's a great player, so
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Devin. Appreciate you.